I think we've grown in a lot of ways through Reengage, through the program, of course, through our relationship with God, to be more patient with each other, to be more gracious, more loving.
I think there's still struggles, but I think what Reengage has done is given us the tools and helped us to promote conversation that we probably wouldn't have otherwise had.
When we came to Reengage, we realized that we had some behaviors that gave us the impression that we had a very good marriage, but they were misleading. And Reengage, in a way, showed us how to really communicate.
For us as a couple, I think the biggest thing that Reengage has done is helped us to prioritize our marriage.
I think there are things that you learn about yourself and your relationship with God that you struggle with, and then finding those things out and then trying to change those is the challenge.
The idea of the program is you draw a circle around yourself, you work on everything inside the circle. So if you're afraid that your spouse is going to beat you up week after week, that's not what the program's about. They need to be looking at themselves too. And so if you want to be successful, you have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to be honest. And those are hard things to do, but worth it.
I think the beauty of getting to know all these different couples and these different groups is that we all have issues. We're all broken. We all have issues. That looks different for everybody, but I think there's just a freedom when you sit down with a group of people who are willing to be honest and vulnerable about the things that they're struggling with, that gives other people the same freedom to do the same thing.
Reengage changes the way you look at marriage. It is a new paradigm, a new way of looking at the relationship. Much more Bible-based, much more spiritual, much more meaningful and in-depth.
Every time there is something there that we say, oh, this is new. No, it was there all the time. But it's just like reading the Bible. You go through a verse, oh, I didn't see this. And then because of the situation.
Life changes and different chapters become more meaningful at different points in our life.
Yes.
I've come to know myself better and have become more accepting of who I am and the mistakes I've made.
Initially Nadia wanted to come like the very first session that they ever had, and I didn't want to. And then after we got divorced and I realized I wanted to reconcile and be married to Nadia again, I was the one that was asking her to come, so I didn't need to be sold any. I just knew that I wanted to come and be a part of it.
We finally do feel like it's a covenant between us, and that there's security no matter what we fight about or how often we fight or how big the fight is, that ultimately we know that neither of us is going anywhere.